The Chicago Sky put up a decent fight at points in this game, but at the end of the day, they're just not good enough to beat a Minnesota Lynx team that's been the hottest team in the WNBA since getting back from the break. And to make matters worse, this was going to happen anyways, but the Chicago Sky's competition for the 8th seed, the Dream and the Mystics, are playing in a mini 2-game series. So no matter what the outcome was, someone was moving up or getting a more advantageous position in this playoff race. Since the Mystics won this game, then they will go ahead of the Sky in the standings because they have the same record, but the Mystics have the tiebreaker over the Sky. The best case scenario would be a split and for the Dream to win the next one, because if they don't, then the Mystics would be in complete control of the 8th seed. But at the end of the day, in anything, I don't like talking about other teams having to lose. If you're a good team, if you really deserve to make the playoffs, then you're just going to secure your spot on your own. I've already set my feelings on the playoffs, like when they were going on that losing streak and Chennedy was out. I wasn't in favor of just giving up on the season because they had solid playoff position and they benefited from injuries. Like there's no telling what the injury situation will look like in the following season. But now with Angel out for the season and Dallas eliminated from the playoff race and having no chance to have a better record than the Sky, I'm still not in favor of giving up because I feel like this team deserves better than that. It would be nice to see them make the playoffs after all that they went through. But if they don't make it, then it's not the worst thing in the world, especially since my playoff expectations went away the day Angel announced that she was out for the season. I'm usually like a play hard, anything can happen type of guy, but at this point in the season, I don't think that playoffs are a realistic expectation where it's just going to be a big disappointment if the Sky missed the playoffs. No pregame news, so getting into the game, I like what I saw early from the Sky. They were running the ball through Chennedy and she was scoring 2-point shots, I would say. She got to the free throw line and was shooting threes, but she wasn't really hitting like that. But at least she was taking them and willing to attempt to space the floor. Also, she didn't get a lot of assists, but her pick and roll with Kamilla was working when it came to creating space. Also, speaking of Kamilla, she had some offensive rebounds and was able to get to the free throw line. Also, Izzy picked up 2 early fouls, but Brianna came in and played some good defense on Collier. But yeah, outside of that one sub, Teaspoon rolled the starters for the whole quarter for a 22-16 Sky lead. But in the second quarter, the game flipped. I would say the key point when the game flipped was when Mariah Jefferson and Rachel Banham shared the court together. Bad defense from them, and it seemed like Rachel and Dana just wanted to hoist up threes. When this Mariah, Dana, and Rachel lineup gave up the lead, Mariah was yanked from the game quickly. That lineup just doesn't work unless Rachel and Dana are on fire from 3, because the defense from Rachel and Mariah is bad and Mariah doesn't really provide any scoring. They just gave up way too many points off turnovers and missed shots in this quarter. Also, another reason why this quarter went badly is because Chennedy wasn't hitting anymore. Really, she wasn't hitting ever since the second half of the first quarter started. But also, she went off in the first quarter and the Lynx made sure to send extra attention at her, which kind of forced the offense to run through Lindsay, which never goes well. She's not a playmaker, she's a play finisher, and she's at her best when she's playing off of someone, not trying to initiate. But with everything that went wrong, the Sky only ended this quarter down 5, 40-35. But in the third quarter, the game got blown completely wide open. They tried to play through Lindsay too much in the first half of this quarter. Then in the second half, Chennedy was chucking, but she just couldn't score over the Minnesota trees down low. The spacing was bad. I like that she tried to take the offense over from Lindsay, but the Lynx just had the team figured out. They had counters for both a Lindsay and Chennedy run offense. Also, defensively, it seemed like every time down the court, Minnesota ran some screen action that involved the center, and the Sky just got burned on all of those, giving up open shots to Williams. And even when she wasn't taking those shots, the Sky overhelped. Like, that stuff just created so many opportunities for the Lynx, and they were able to end this quarter up 66-44. In the fourth quarter, the Sky were able to make a nice comeback run to cut the lead to single digits behind some nice offensive play from Kamilla and a little bit of luck. Lindsay hit a miracle 3 off a busted play, and they locked down on defense in the interior. But at a point, the Sky just hit a wall and the Lynx were easily able to close this game out. Now it's time for performance grades. Teaspoon is going to get a C. The only thing that I didn't like from her was letting that Rachel and Mariah lineup see the court together, but outside of that, it was an alright game and I don't blame her too much considering all of the injuries. Chennedy Carter is going to get a C-. Amazing first quarter, but after that she was shot hoisting. But at least she was willing to feed Kamilla the ball. Kamilla Cardoso is going to get a C. She had a fine scoring night, but the defense was bad, especially when she got taken out of the paint. Lindsay Allen is going to get a D. Despite what the stat sheet says, with her having the same number of assists as Chennedy, the offense wasn't good when she had the ball. For years, I've been saying that raw assist numbers don't mean anything, and watching the game and seeing how much gravity and attention a player attracts matters more, and that's been on full display for the past few games. She got her assist numbers, but the offense just flat out wasn't good when she had the ball in her hands. Rachel Banham is going to get an F. Her defense was bad and her stats only look good because of garbage time. Kayla is going to get an F. Too many missed shots from her. It is what it is. Dana Evans is going to get an F. The offense always came to a halt whenever she had the ball in her hands. Isabel Harrison is going to get an F. Didn't get the chance to be an impactful player tonight because she was on the bench with foul trouble a lot. Brianna Turner is going to get a B-. She provided very little offense, but she had a solid defensive game. So for her expectations, a B- is a good grade for her. Mariah Jefferson is going to get an F. She provided nothing on both ends of the court and had to get taken out of the game quickly. Her minutes shifted the game out of the Sky's favor. And I said her minutes. No, her minute shifted the game out of the Sky's favor. Then Kayla Davis only got garbage time minutes, so she won't get a grade. The Chicago Sky play the Phoenix Mercury on Sunday. The Mercury have a negative record as of right now, but to be fair, they beat the Sky handily both times in this second half of the season, and the Sky are going into this game with a very depleted roster. But if the Sky want to make the playoffs, then this would be a nice game to have. But yeah, that is all for now.